I'd like to call this Barnegat Board of Education meeting to order, please.
The notice of this meeting has been forwarded to the Asbury Park Press, the Beacon, and placed in the foyer of each Barnegat Township School in the Barnegat Township Municipal Building and has been filed with the Barnegat Township Municipal Clerk in conjunction with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-10.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Cherney?
Here.
Ms. Contanza?
Here.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Here.
Ms. Jeannie?
Here.
Mr. Hearn?
Here.
Mr. Pizarro?
Here.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Here.
Ms. Washburn? Is she on? Is she logged in? We just can't hear her? And Mr. Sarney? Is she in? And Mr. Sardo?
Here.
Motion, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us in the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
She says she's on, but it says the host hasn't let her in.
It says the host needs to let her in.
Okay, all good now? Sorry about that. All right, next item on our agenda, item number 5, is our audit presentation. I'll turn the floor over to, sorry, Robert Mulligan, who will give the snapshot of our audit for the past year. So, floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. As was mentioned, I'm Robert Mulligan, Audit Manager with HFA. I like to keep my presentation short and sweet, but if you guys have questions, happy to answer anything here today. If I don't have the answer, happy to get it to you tomorrow morning right away. So please just let me know. First of all, most important thing that everybody cares about, we have 3 opinions within our audit: our independent auditor's report, our report on internal control over financial reporting and compliance, and our independent auditor's report on compliance for our state and federal programs. All 3 of these are unmodified opinions, which is the best opinion that we can give. We have no deficiencies, no material weaknesses to report. So all in all, a big stamp of approval for the district. And again, that's what everybody really cares about, right? I do want to point one thing out in our independent auditor's report. It's what's called an emphasis of matter paragraph. This is typically used when there's something, typically a change in accounting principle that changes a number within the report from years past due to a statute, a rule from the Government Accounting Standards Board. In this case, we have one for what's called GASB Statement Number 101 related to compensated absences. Historically, when you have compensated absences, you're going to show those numbers at what you actually owe, what you have to pay out to your employees if they were to retire. With this new standard and the change, you now have to show that liability. Even if you're not going to pay it to somebody, it's whatever they have earned over the course of their career. So despite you having limitations, say for a cap, or they have to be here a certain amount of years before they could be eligible, we have to show the full amount. All that is just a really long-winded way of saying the number is going to look higher than it has historically, but that does not mean you have to pay anything additional. What you owe is based off your contracts and what is already established through state law. So Nothing's changing for you guys other than presentation purposes. I just want to draw attention to it because it is a paragraph within the report. So before I move on, does anybody have a question about that part? Because I know it's a little out there. Cool. As for operations this year, we are at about $5 million worth of fund balance at the end of the year. Overall, the district is in a very healthy spot. We utilized funds from capital and maintenance reserve this year in the budget, and we were able to replenish those pretty significantly. So keeping in mind of that $5 million, there is money set aside in reserves, which are heavily restricted. State statute says you can only utilize them in certain manners. So just as you're kind of budgeting going forward, just keeping in mind that those reserves are there for a rainy day, but you can only utilize them for certain things. So, you don't want to draw down your complete unassigned balance going forward. But overall, very healthy fund balance. And then in our food service fund, because we've brought this up in years past, overall, district still at a healthy $600,000 sitting in our food service fund, which the district is putting back into the programs, make sure the kids get better lunches, and district is utilizing their funds in a great way. No issues to report there either. And my last thing, and then if there's any questions, happy to answer them. I always like to point out the letter of transmittal. This is the first 6 pages of your report. This comes from the district's point of view. This is kind of your outlook on demographics, enrollment, kind of the future budgets. This is a great place to kind of see what the district management is kind of expecting going forward. So I always point people to this section just to kind of read through that and see kind of what the future is going to hold. So overall, great job by the entire district. I do want to thank the district for having us back this year on behalf of our partner Brian Waldron. Thank you to Kate, to Brian, to Kate's entire staff. Audits are very difficult. We're coming in asking for reports sometimes a year after they've been kind of created. So we appreciate their patience with us as we work through everything. Kind of mess with their day-to-day lives as we work through things. So thank you, Kate. Thank you to your whole team. So, yeah. Any questions?
No, well, thank you.
Awesome. Thank
Really
you very much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a very big hand to our business administrator, our administration for, again, another spotless audit that shows the district is on the solid ground financially and going in the right direction at a time when not every district in the county can say that. So again, bravo to everyone in our administration staff. All right, next on our agenda is item number 6, approval of the agenda. No changes to the agenda, so approval of the agenda as it stands, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
I will abstain.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item number 7 on our agenda is approval of the minutes. We have motions 1 and 2, regular session and executive from December's meeting. A motion to approve those 2, please.
Bless you.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
So just real quick, I was reading up ahead. So I would have said yes for before. I was a line ahead of us before. I need to abstain from this as I was not here for the December meeting.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
I'm
Mr. Pizarro?
going to abstain. I wasn't on the board yet.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next is our upstanders. I will turn it over to Dr. Latwis.
Good evening. The Upstander program provides a wonderful opportunity to recognize and celebrate students across our district who embody the core traits of Bengal pride. These traits are essential in fostering a positive school climate and strengthening the vital partnership between home and school, a partnership that plays a significant role in our students' overall success. This month, we are proud to honor students who exemplify acceptance, representing the A in Bengal pride. Their ability to show respect, kindness, and understanding toward others has a meaningful impact on their peers and the school environment. When you hear your name, please come forward and join Board President Mr. Sarno and Superintendent Dr. Latwis to receive your plaque. First, from Barnegat High School, we have Lily Bellardo. Lily is a dedicated volunteer in the BHS Buddies program. She eagerly joined this independent study to spend more time with students in Mr. Durlek's Claw Mart and works closely with several of them. Lily instinctively meets the students' needs, offering help and attentive listening. She often stops by to say hello on her own time and is deeply loved by the entire class. She is kind, accepting, and truly outstanding. Congratulations, Lily. Next, from Russell Brackman Middle School, we have Ryan Landbrell. Ryan consistently demonstrates the character trait of acceptance by being kind and inclusive. When she noticed a student sitting alone during group work, she invited her to join her group and made her feel welcome. By including others and standing up for belonging, Ryan shows what it means to be an upstander. Congratulations. From Robert L. Horbelt Intermediate School, we have Louise Lobo. Louise is deserving of the Inspires Award for acceptance because he consistently treats everyone with kindness and respect, no matter their differences. He goes out of his way to include classmates who have special needs or may feel left out. When working in a group, he makes sure all voices are heard. Louis shows empathy by listening without judgment and being open to different perspectives. His actions help create an environment where others feel valued and where his positive actions are contagious. Through his daily choices, Louis sends a strong example of what true acceptance looks like. Congratulations. Next, from Joseph T. Donahue School, we have Elise Vaught. Elise shows acceptance towards classmates, welcoming new ideas and treating others with kindness and respect. When Elise sees one of her classmates struggling, she tries to help them. Her positive attitude helps create a supportive classroom community, and she contributes to group activities by listening and encouraging peers. Congratulations. Next, from the Cecil S. Collins School, we have Emma Wagner. Emma is a student in the kindergarten inclusion classroom who consistently demonstrates kindness and acceptance toward everyone around her. She is always helpful to her peers and naturally seeks out opportunities to support others, whether they need assistance with a task, encouragement, or simply a friendly presence. Emma greets everyone with a warm smile and a gentle, caring demeanor that helps all students feel welcome and included. She models acceptance through her daily actions, treating every classmate with respect and understanding. Emma's kindness makes the classroom a more positive and inclusive environment, and she truly exemplifies what it means to be an upstander. Congratulations. Next, from Lillian M. Dunphy School, we have Sebastiano Principi. Sebastiano is being nominated as an upstander for his consistent demonstration of acceptance, kindness, and fairness towards all. He is inclusive in his play and makes a genuine effort to involve everyone. He warmly welcomes new friends, helping them feel comfortable and safe. Sebastiano also teaches his peers the classroom rules and routines and guides them during activities. Congratulations. From ACES, we have Ruby Trans. Ruby is welcoming to everyone who steps into the ACES hallway. She has been especially accepting of new staff and students this year and consistently makes an effort to ensure everyone feels included, whether she is playing outside or engaging with others at the sensory bins at the table. Congratulations, Ruby. take one group picture.
Probably it. Item 9 is our student representative, but I do not believe she is here tonight. Item 10 on our agenda is our Barnegat Education Association liaison, and that is Mrs. Morganoff.
Hi, the Barnegat Education Association wishes you all a happy and healthy new year. As we kick off 2026, we are hopeful for continued strong test scores, student growth, and many positive moments ahead for our school and community. We look forward to working together in the year ahead and all that it'll bring. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morganoff. We appreciate it. Item 11 on our agenda is our state New Jersey School Board's representative and our county school board representatives. I don't know if either have anything,
Yeah, county.
County. So Ms. Tarnowski.
The Ocean County School Board will be meeting virtually January 28th and will be featuring a panel discussion with a veteran board member, a second-term board member, and a first-term board member. The first-term board member being our very own Mr. Hearn. Our board members, please register online, and a reminder that all county meetings for this quarter are all virtual, so you can scan through the different topics that you might want to experience and register for another county's online meeting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Tarnowski. Next item is committee discussions. Each month, the chairperson of each committee reports out what has happened in their committee over the past month to give the community more of a insight on what is happening. We will start off first with our Finance Committee, which is chaired by Mrs. Tarnowski.
Thank you. The Finance Committee met January 14th. We received the audit presentation, went over different parts of it. We had the opportunity to ask questions, and all members were very impressed. Thank you, because we heard part of that presentation today. We shifted to questions on the bills list. Those moving forward, if any questions on the bill list are presented, please try to email us before the committee so this way they could be discussed as a whole too. We had discussion about our out-of-district placements as well as about grants. Thank you to the Barnegat community for coming together during the holiday season for our students. Thank you to the Brain Injury Alliance of New Jersey for their donation to the Future Business Leaders of America and the Safety Ambassador Program, and to the Barnegat Rec for their donation, to the class of 2026 for their participation and help with the Polar Express Township event, and to Alan Huber for their donation for the senior auction event. And thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in February.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tarnowski. Next is our Athletics Committee. Chairperson is Mr. Pissarro.
Thank you, Mr. Sarno. Athletics met on January 12th. We have 3 motions tonight. One's for the coaches' staff to go to Atlantic City for a football clinic on February 19th and 20th. The second motion is a resignation of a winter track coach assistant, and the third one will be appointing a new winter track coach.
All right, thank you, Mr. Pissarro. Next, Buildings, Grounds, Transportation, and Food Services. Chairperson is Mrs. Washburn.
The Buildings, Grounds, Transportation, and Food Service Committee met on January 13th to review updates across all operational areas. NutriServe shared new wellness initiatives, including Oatmeal Month, upcoming iced coffee options, expanded catering, and the launch of nutritionally compliant smoothie vending machines accessible to all students. Facilities reported strong preparation for upcoming fire and QSAC inspections, successful snow operations with new equipment, continued progress on fire restoration at Barnegat High School, and ongoing budget development. Transportation highlighted staffing updates, a near perfect first pass rate on MVC inspections, successful implementation of new routing software, and thoughtful discussion regarding the cost and feasibility of electric buses. And the committee also celebrated the Transportation Department's community outreach through a Secret Santa initiative supporting a local family. And we have one agenda item tonight for facility usage.
Thank you, Mrs. Washburn.
You're welcome.
Next up is Education Committee, and chairperson is Mrs. Cherney.
Thank you, Mr. Sarno. The Education Committee met on January 13th to review curriculum initiatives, student programs, and district performance updates. The Director of Curriculum gave us updates on student achievement and QSAC. He will be giving us a presentation shortly. The committee also discussed a new program of studies for Barnegat High School on artificial intelligence. We will be getting a class set of high-end computers paid for by a grant. Once the class is up and running, someone from New Jersey Department of Ed would like to observe it. Plans are still underway for the STEM bus. The layout and activities are still being developed. You'll see on tonight's agenda, we have our usual work-based learning locations, community-based instruction placements, college university placements, continuing education requests, field trips were reviewed and also approved. The committee discussed Aviation 3 and determined, as of right now, it is not recommended at this time based on enrollment numbers. And we have good news, Adventures in Academics, which will take place on February 7th. This year, the Dunphy School is trying something new and combining our literacy, math, carnival into one event. Families will be able to participate in a variety of engaging math and literacy activities throughout the evening, and we'll also have an informational table set up to share details about our new curriculum. Frog Street will be providing materials that we can share directly with families as well. Our next board meeting will be February 10th.
All right, next committee meeting will be February 10th. Next committee is Governance Committee, and chairperson is Ms. Contanza.
Thank you, Mr. Sarno. The Governance Committee met on January 14th. On tonight's agenda, we have motion 1 is the second reading for the following policies: resource material, public complaints, and abolishing the anti-choking device. Motion 2 is the second reading for resource material and public complaints. And motions 3 and 4 is the first reading to update various mandated policies and regulations. Our next meeting will be held February 11th. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Contanza. Next committee is Health, Safety, and Technology, and chairperson is Mr. Hearn.
Thank you, Mr. Sarno. Our Health, Safety, and Technology Committee meeting was held on January 15th. There were security upgrades at the high school that are finishing up at this time. There will be future upgrades, security upgrades, by adding additional cameras to schools to provide enhanced coverage. Security-related sheds were inspected and equipped with all necessary equipment to facilitate required activities. A shout-out goes to Jim and our security department for being a few steps ahead of some neighbor districts in our security procedures and protocols. The nursing update, there was CPR and AED certification training was held on January 8th. A few members of our emergency response teams were recertified. Recertifications will also be offered again in the spring for those that need it at that time. Technology update. The high school replacement of equipment has been received and is being set up and installed. That is fire and water damage related equipment that's been replaced. Also, the Chromebook inspections are scheduled for the end of January for the high school and the middle school. And our next Health, Safety, and Technology Committee meeting will be February 12th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hearn.
Mr. Sarna, I got a
Yep.
quick comment for
Sure.
good order. It ties into health, safety, technology, and possibly governance. As everybody should be aware by now, today, the State House, brought in Governor Mikey Sherrill, and Governor Murphy walked out for his final day. With that came a slew of bills being signed in the last 72 hours, if that. One of them that I want to bring up here, and hopefully we can get it on the HST for discussion as it relates to school, is the bill that he signed regarding e-bikes. I'm not here to discuss whether it's strict, too strict, not strict enough, but I know it affects a good population of our students, and there's going to be several changes that are going to come out and requirements. It might be worth having a discussion, how the school's going to handle that in concert with Barnegat Township, the PD, as far as what guidance they're going to give. I know there's several departments just here in the area, police departments, that have already started posting stuff on their social media pages on what can be expected. Again, I don't want to get in the weeds with it here, but I'd like to put in the minutes that, it was brought up, and if we can possibly, have a discussion for it at a later.
Well, the first thing that'll be discussed is in our governance committee. I know Ms. Contanza talked to her about it. Obviously, our policy will have to adapt to the law. I'm sure they'll come out with new mandated, maybe, requirements, but it's something that we'll have to look into. I'm not sure exactly the date that this goes into effect, but that's something obviously our policy is going to have to coincide with. So again, already on top of that with Ms. Contanza and governance.
Mr. Sarno?
Yeah.
They are giving people up to a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know there's time frame.
There's time. Like I said, I want to get in here, just want to bring it up. So I don't sit in governance. I do sit in HST, but this happened after our stuff, so it's all appreciated.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bedorzik. Personnel Committee is next. I am the chairperson of Personnel. As you can see, there are several retirements, and I'll acknowledge them, a few of them here that we have. First on there is Mrs. Penquay, Susan Penquay, a paraprofessional in our district. Susan has worked at Barnegat Township School District for the past 24 years. She was hired on September 1st, 2001 as a part-time paraprofessional and also as a part-time playground aide at the Edwards Elementary School. Susan became a full-time paraprofessional on January 3rd, 2005 at the Robert Horbelt School. She also worked during the summer as a paraprofessional in the ESY program. Susan continued to work as a full-time paraprofessional at the Lily Dunphy School and Barnegat High School throughout the rest of her years at the Barnegat School District. Susan was the winner of the Ocean County Teacher Recognition Award, Support Staff Education Aide for the 2010-2011 school year. So again, Ms. Penquay, I know she was there with my kids when my kids came to the school and was there as one of the aides with my kids. So thank you again for your 24 years. To our dedicated to our students in our district. Greatly appreciated, Ms. Penquay, and you'll be obviously greatly missed within our district. Next is Mr. Robert Ebert. Mr. Ebert has been a bus aide for the past 3 years in Barnegat School District. He was hired on September 1st, 2022. You also have Ms. Kathleen Hill retiring. Kathleen has worked at the Barnegat School District for the past 35 years. She was hired on May 14th, 1990. Ms. Carol Zarillo is also retiring. Carol has worked at the Barnegat School District for the past 33 years. Carol was hired as a playground cafeteria aide on September 1st, 1992. She was in this role through June 30th, 2001 at the Horbelt School. She became a paraprofessional on September 1st, 2001, and has worked at several different schools throughout Barnegat School District for the past 25 years. Carol also worked during the summer as a ESY, in the ESY program. So again, thank you to Ms. Zarillo for her dedication and working with our students and our community for the past 33 years. Again, greatly appreciated, and we thank you for all your dedicated service. Also, you'll see on our agenda, we have a pre-K paraprofessional full-time we're hiring, playground cafeteria aide at the Collins School, part-time paraprofessional, and a full-time paraprofessional. that we're hiring. Also, Mrs. Burke will be the interim principal at the Donahue School. So congratulations to Ms. Burke and I greatly appreciated stepping into that role and taking over that job to keep that school running smooth. I'm positive, the board's positive that she obviously will. Just saying, for hiring a full-time behaviorist, and Ms. Carson, she's going from a full-time paraprofessional to a behaviorist at the Brackman School. Congratulations to her. And a resource teacher, transportation aides, several transportation aides. And the rest are all just fill-ins for different programs we have, as far as I see, paternity leave, medical leave, and that is it. We did meet on January 12th, I believe, and next meeting is on February 9th. That is it. Our special ed ACES committee is chaired by Mrs. Washburn.
Thank you. The Special Education Committee met on January 12th to review staffing, program growth, and overall progress within special education and ACES. District leadership shared that student needs continue to be met through strategic staffing adjustments with minimal impact on instruction. The board discussed future goals, including monitoring district-wide growth and projections for special education, as well as space considerations across buildings. The Director of Special Education reported strong momentum within the program, highlighting increased parent engagement, positive feedback, successful community-based instruction, and improved communication with families. Updates were also shared on the ACES Courtyard project, which is progressing as weather permits. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Washburn. Item.
Sarno, I got just real quick a
Sure.
comment, again, for good of the order. Just real quick, I think in the interest of transparency, for the committee here, the board, the board here, as you see, I'm not a committee chair.
This isn't the point, don't get out of order, Mr. Dorsick.
Oh,
This
it's
is
not out of order.
This is not the point to talk about.
Would you like me to get the dais
You
a
can get
public
up at the
session?
dais all you'd
So
like.
back in November,
Okay, you can get up at the dais, and again,
enough.
I'm going to ask you, please
Ethics
don't get out
charge
of
were
order.
filed this afternoon.
Please do not get out of order.
this afternoon,
Please do not get out of order.
nobody's out of order.
Thank you
Mr.
very much, thank you. You can, more than welcome to get up at the dais, Mr.
enough.
Dorsick.
They were filed this afternoon.
You can file whatever you would like. Anyway, item 14, more important business, superintendent's district highlights and information. I will turn it over to Mr. Latlis.
Sure, I'll invite Mr. Barbieri up to the mic. While he's setting up for his presentation, just a couple district highlights I'll point out. First, I'd like to send a big congratulations to Tina Nelson, our food service director. She received the NutriServe Food Management Manager of the Year Award. So big shout out to her. She's doing an awesome job. She's an amazing partner to the district, and it was a well-deserved honor. Shout out to the Barnegat Police Department. They partnered with ACES and Donahue to celebrate Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So we appreciate them coming out and making that day special with our students. Congratulations to the Brackman dance team on taking first place in jazz and third in the POM at their competition. Also, congratulations to the Brackman cheerleaders for taking first place in game day and second place in traditional at their competition. National Honor Society and the National Art Honor Society induction ceremonies were held, so congratulations to all the inductees. And finally, congratulations to Allison Tuning, Natalie Nowitzki, and Victoria Hoffman for making history as the first female wrestlers from BHS to qualify for the short conference tournament. So big shout out to all those individuals, and we share appreciation. With that being said, Mr. Barbieri, are you prepared?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Hey, thank you very much, Dr. Lawis, members of the Board of Education. We're going to do it a little differently this evening. Many of you guys have seen me present slide decks, 100 slides, 200 slides. We're not doing that tonight, don't worry. I am required by the NJDOE to provide an update. So looking at the information, I thought it would be more effective to give a very, very brief verbal update tonight, and then invite you guys with questions to discuss it more at the February Education Committee. So if you sit on education, or if you don't, please funnel any questions that you may have to that committee. I think the conversation would be more productive in that setting. Okay, so real quick, what is QSAC? Quality Single Accountability Continuum. That is the audit that comes out from the Department of Education once every 3 years. We are measured across 5 categories: governance, finance, instruction and program, personnel, and operations. Each category is scored out of a 100, with an 80 out of 100 considered passing. What we're here to talk about tonight is instruction and program. Our last round of QSACing, our last QSAC experience landed north of the 80 in 4 of the 5 categories. Unfortunately, it did not in instruction and program. So we entered what is called status, and we get regular check-ins from the Department of Ed. They like to see the plans that we're working on and things that we're doing to try to get back to that 80 mark. And the reason why I'm here for an update is that we did receive a score from the most recent round of state assessments, and it is improving, but unfortunately is not quite good enough to hit the target. So just to give some specific context, our QSAC round before the pandemic was an 82 out of 100 for instruction and program. And that's tabulated. 40 points come just from the curriculum side of things, where they like to see all the district files. They want to notice that, make sure that it is aligned to the appropriate standards, or, dot your I's, cross your T's. But the preponderance of that, the 60 points, is the test scores, which is the NJSLA. And we know at times that's been a struggle for some of our students. So it was an 82 before the pandemic. After the pandemic, we dropped to a 76. Again, not great, but considering how steep the decline was for many districts, actually not too bad. We've clawed our way back to a 78. So 82 to 76 to 78, and then we're eagerly awaiting this round of testing this spring with the NJSLA adaptive, and hope is not a strategy, but we're confident from all the hard work that we've done with our learners and to get them ready, and the similar experiences they've had with the iReady diagnostic and other tests that are adaptive. We're feeling pretty confident going into this spring testing cycle. So the breakdown of the points, I thought about putting tables and charts and stuff together with you. They just don't translate well on this big screen. So they are in the minutes, as Mrs. Cherney said. It was discussed with the board in education in January. So you can certainly review those minutes and the tables and charts and where those parts come from, how they've increased and decreased over time. All that's presented for you there. And then if you have follow-up questions, please do not hesitate. I would love to discuss anything, topics of concern, interest, suggestions, ideas at the February Education Committee meeting. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And with that being said, I will turn it back over to you, President Sarno.
No comment? Oh, because I don't have it listed on there, so I'm just...
I ran through these guys already. Actually, really quick, do want to cite 2 things. One, as you heard from the audit report, a big shout out to the business office. Again, we've continued to have clean audits there, and it's promising to hear some of the feedback as far as building up some of the reserve accounts and things of that nature. I know that's a big priority for the district in case, we encounter any kind of emergencies, things of that nature. So even through this very difficult funding formula and financial times, we continue to make strides and move in the right direction. So big shout out to the business office for the clean audit. We thank you there. And also, it's not reflected on the agenda, but it will be discussed in executive. Just wanted to thank, I think Mr. Fedora's excited him. There you are. Just wanted to thank Mr. Barbieri publicly. It's not on the agenda. It'll be reflected in the agenda after executive session, but Mr. Barbieri has accepted a position as the assistant superintendent in VOTEC. Mr. Barbieri started here as a supervisor and ascended into his position as director, and over the last 8 years has served on the senior leadership team in that role. And there's been a tremendous amount of accomplishments during that time. Mr. Barbieri has clearly left his mark on the district in a positive way, and we do appreciate your partnership. We appreciate your leadership, your support, and the passion that you brought here. I think, again, looking back at your time, there's a lot to be proud of, and we wish you nothing but the very best in your next position. They're very lucky to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lawless. All right, item 15 on the agenda is President's Remarks. Well, again, just two things, and I did mention about the audit report. Again, on behalf of the board, thank you very much. You know, this time and age of trying to put a budget together, trying to keep your district taxes at a stable rate for the community, trying to provide a high-end education for our students, pay our staff a wage that they earn, and they need to, be comparable to other districts, is not easy in this time frame. But year after year, under the guidance of our administration, every year you see we hit the mark when it comes to our audit. Everything is clean, fine. There's no findings. So again, on behalf of the board, it's refreshing to have that happen year after year. You kind of expect it, but again, if you look at other districts around us, other districts in this county, other districts throughout the state, that is not the norm. So again, bravo to all of you for everything that you do on a daily basis, and to the administration in each school, because again, it's a team effort. So again, thank you very much for everybody's input in that. Secondly, Dr. Latt was just acknowledged, Mr. Barbieri. I know when I spoke to Dr. Latwis, I believe it was Friday, when I found out. Bittersweet. I mean, happy for Mr. Barbieri, moving on and moving up. That's always, everyone's ambition. So again, grateful, that's happening for you, that opportunity. But I can say in the years that I've been here, no one's impacted our, curriculum, our day-to-day curriculum. And I know where it was, say 10, 12 years ago, what shape this district was in and where it is now. And again, I never want to say all of it's to one person, because again, it's a team. But with the leadership of, again, Dr. Latwis and Mr. Barbieri, has moved this district in a total, 360 degrees from where it was 8, 10 years ago. So again, on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you, Mr. Barbieri, greatly appreciated for everything you've done for our district and our community, and best wishes to you in the future. So, thank you. And that is it on my remarks. Item 16 on the agenda is public session.
The Barnegat Township Board of Education appreciates and welcomes public comment, advice, and suggestions, especially when it's intended to assist the Board of Education. Please feel free to speak to the board during public session. Comments and discussion will be limited to 1 5-minute period per individual unless requested by the chairperson to continue on a point of clarification. Public comment at special meetings of the board shall be related to the call of the meeting. In accordance with the Board of Education policy, each participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface their comments by an announcement of their name, address, and group affiliation if appropriate. Your anticipated courtesy to the members of public and the board is appreciated.
Thank you. Motion to open public session, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Anybody public like to address the board? Right here.
Whoever said that we have a problem with global warming is lying to us. I'm freezing. Joel Gold, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, cold. Barnegat, New Jersey, even worse. I want to congratulate first the entire school board and administration of Barnegat High School in handling the situation following the fire. You've done a terrific job. Our kids were in school virtually, but they were learning. So it's a credit to everybody, not one person. Thank you very much. In my spare time, I get a lot of business articles to read, and one really hit home and with your permission, I'd like to read it tonight, and I may go over the 5 minutes, so I'm going to ask for an extra 2. Threat assessment and de-escalation training are among the top risk management practices needed in K-12 schools, according to experts. A first step is often in identifying situations where a teacher is likely to be injured. Crisis management, affiliate response, and de-escalation techniques are required. What is called mitigation strategy should include clear plans for when there is a threat, and then making sure that staff and teachers are trained so that they understand the process. Such training is key, and I'm skipping the names of people. That's why a properly trained individual will have a much higher chance of reducing or removing the situation. Because the collective concern for the safety of both teachers and students, and I want to add parents, etc., should have complete buy-in. This will help allow protocols such as physical safety measures, guards, cameras, searches, and weapon detectors to be implemented. Data and analytics can play a big role in helping to identify and counsel at-risk students and children of all ages, and tracking trends and risks to ensure that the risk management protocols be implemented truly reflect the needs of the community. Unfortunately, I saw it firsthand last month, where a dear friend and his wife were murdered in cold blood by their son. Shouldn't happen. Please, I ask everybody who's here, who hears my voice, and those who you can talk to afterwards, if you see it, if you suspect it, talk to somebody. Bring it to their attention. It happened twice last month in California, in the LA basin. Please, it's got to stop. Now. Mr. Lott, we're going to give you this.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Next on my agenda, and I've got a problem with athletics, in that it seems that athletics have taken on more of importance than family. To me, what should be is family first, education second, and athletics third. Unfortunately, I didn't see that this year. In fact, this is the first year, my son is 18 years old, this is the first time we stayed home. We could not go away. Why? Attendance. You should expect to be in wrestling 6 days a week. It must be a priority in your life. If you're going to miss a practice, you must contact one of the coaches before. If issues still occur, the coaches reserve the right to ask you to hand in your equipment and dismiss you from the team. I don't buy it, and I think there are a number of parents that feel the same way. Family comes first, education is second, and then third, definitely, is athletics. I fully support athletics. I feel there's a need to get some of the frustration out, but not 6 days a week. Even this week, we had a national holiday. I had made plans for the day, and at the last minute Sunday night, my son got a text saying we have practice on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, a federal holiday, and it's a very special holiday if we follow what's happened over the past century. But yet, we didn't respect it. I wonder what it cost us to open the building, heat the building for the few hours of the practice session. I think we have to take a look at it and see what we can do to keep family, education, and finally, athletics, sports, etc. I got all these notes, but I can't read my handwriting. At the last meeting that I attended, this is serious, I was accused of not liking birds. I would like to make a statement that I do like birds. I like parrots and I like eagles, both. The person who accused me of that will understand where I come from. I want to conclude my remarks this evening by wishing everybody a happy, healthy, and warm 2026. It looks like we got another couple of weeks of this kind of weather, but we'll get over it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gold. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, Dr. Lawless?
Sure, so I can address a few of those things. So, Mr. Gold, first and foremost, I'm really sorry for your loss. That's a terrible tragedy. And, we absolutely sympathize and empathize with, how you're feeling. I can tell you from the school perspective, we do a lot with threat assessment teams. We have each one of them in each of the buildings, and they're made up of multidisciplinary. So as we, if we see something that looks alarming or we see different characteristics from students that might stand out, we are trained as a staff to try to identify that and work with those students to make sure that they get the help and support that they need. Fortunately, we hear about this way too much in the news about, different things that transpire. And I can tell you that as the district, we take it very serious. Not only do we have a lot of the security protocols on the back end and the threat assessment teams and things like that, but on the front end of things, we do a lot of different mental health initiatives in the district to try to improve, to be proactive. So for instance, we have Challenge Day that transpires at the high school. We have Dylan's Wings that we utilize at the high school, and that is planned to extend out to the middle school. We have No Place for Hate that we have in some of the different buildings. So we do a lot of those types of cultural initiatives with the mindset that we can try to support students before it gets to that point, because it is a very big concern. Not only students, that may have, may be struggling mentally and as a result try to hurt other students, but we also take it very serious and are very concerned about students that would hurt themselves. So, we do have that across the board. We do partner with law enforcement. We take, anything that's said, we always take every one of them 100% serious, and we treat them all the same. We don't, we don't rely on ourselves to make that decision of was that kid serious or not serious. We immediately have different protocols in place where we, PES evaluations, and we partner with the hospitals. We partner with the law enforcement where they'll do wellness checks at houses and they'll do safety checks at houses to make sure that, the threats are, unfounded or, not substantiated. So we do take a lot of that very serious. We take all that very serious. And like I said, I think as a district, we do try to attack it from a very proactive standpoint where we try to put things in place to support our students' mental health. Even back to last year when we did the cell phone ban, a lot of that was, ahead of the curve of the state, with the mindset to try to help our students. And then on the back end of things, we do have a lot of procedures in place, security, a lot of things I'm not going to go into in a public forum, but we do have a lot of things in place to work on the back end as far as hardscaping, security enhancements, technological things that we have in place like Gaggle that'll, flag different things and identify students that might be in distress or crisis. So, we do try to attack that, from a lot of different angles to try to put our students and staff in the best, the safest possible climate. Because, exactly what you're talking about, these tragedies, unfortunately, nationwide are becoming more prevalent. So we do take those things very seriously.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring it to the attention to the community literally tonight. I'm not saying you're not doing.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
Definitely not.
Sure.
But I feel, in all honesty, that we all can, including me, can do just a little bit more.
Sure.
Maybe we have to look with both eyes, look with one eye and verify what we saw with the other. listen with one ear and verify what we heard with the other ear. And then use our mouth to the appropriate person or persons to just make it a little bit better.
Sure. No, I definitely took that as being constructive and supportive. So I definitely appreciate you bringing that forward, and we'll review that. And, if I can, take the liberty to say that I think the Board of Education administration, really stand in lockstep with the importance of safety and our students, mental health and the safety of our students and staff. So I do appreciate you bringing that forward. And as far as the wrestling is concerned, obviously I think, it's good feedback. We always try to look at these types of things. I do know a lot of the stuff that that we do with the athletics is dictated by the NJSIA, but, I think it's always good feedback to hear that. And, obviously we'll bring that back and talk to the coaches.
Well, again, I think what I said before, family should come first, not athletics. And there's got to be a way that we can merge everything together.
And balance it. Nope, totally agree.
Let's have the
Mr.
balance of family, education, and the ability to get out the frustration of family and education in sports. And I think we need sports.
Sure.
No,
But I
students-
don't think we need 6 days a week of athletics, and especially on federal holidays.
No, so again, appreciate you bringing it to our attention. And I think as Dr. Latwis said, it's something obviously we'll look at and, again, evaluate. Something, again, if it's not brought to our attention,
Bless you.
normally we won't know about it. So again, thank you
Well,
for bringing the concern.
I
And
missed 2 meetings, one because of the Jewish holidays, and the other because I had to fly out unexpectedly to California for a day.
Understood.
Thank you very much for your time.
Nope, thank you, Mr. Gold. Thank you
And for
again.
the extra minutes.
No problem. Anybody else?
I'll take my time.
Would you
now.
rather go
Yeah.
after Mr. Barbieri, or?
Please, I don't want to.
Sure, Mr. Barbieri.
Jim Barbieri, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. I'm going to try to say this without getting emotional. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the Board of Education. I want to say thank you to my colleagues, my comrades, people who have been with me. So obviously the cat's out of the bag. I'm off to a bad start already. Okay, let me start over. Cat's out of the bag. Yes, I did recently submit my letter of resignation, and yes, I am excited about a new opportunity, but it really is bittersweet. And I was not sure if Dr. Latwis was going to bring it forward in executive tonight or at the February meeting, but I did want the opportunity to look you in the eye and say thank you for this opportunity. I've poured my heart and soul into this district, as many of us have these dozen years, and I think back, and I was struck. It was this very room. Some of the folks here tonight may have remembered when I was first approved as a supervisor, and I was struck by a memory of my son running up and down aisles. He was in preschool at that time. He's a sophomore, in high school. My daughter was a 13-month-old babe in arms, and she's an 8th grader, and it's been a huge chapter of my life here doing this work. And you guys gave me that opportunity, and I'm forever grateful for that. I'm so proud of what we've accomplished. It is not about me, it's about we. These are incredibly talented people in this organization, top to bottom, the teachers, the coaches, the counselors, CST, related service providers, B&G, transportation, security, technology, everybody. Everybody is just, we're all pulling on the same rope, and that's to help kids learn and grow. So it has been an absolute honor. It was a difficult decision. As you hear, I am emotional. I'm not making a whole lot of sense right now. I'm a little scatterbrained, but I just want to say thank you. And thank you. That's it. Thanks.
Again, thank you, Mr. Barbieri. Mr. Fedorczyk, I guess.
Sure. George Fedorczyk, 131 Rockrimmon Boulevard, and current school board member. So, contrary to what you may have said of being about out of order, we were in the middle of a committee discussion, and my comment was actually regarding committees, so it was appropriate. It was not out of order. With that being said, just in complete disclosure to everybody and transparency, I did not ask to be removed from either of my positions, and I'm fine with it. I don't expect an answer. I don't want an answer. You actually freed up some time for me, albeit it was a very light lift for both of those committees to be able to focus on some stuff for my personal job. So regardless, I appreciate it. With that being said, you challenged me. I'm not going to say challenge. It was a discussion. Ironically, in the same establishment that I brought up back in November regarding some behavior that you had. And you challenged me back then, or at least questioned me, said, you know what, if I was unhappy with what was going on with the board, it was roughly around 2018-19. It was right back when this town actually came together and voted for you not to return to the dais, all right? You challenged me then, and I accepted that. And I said, you know what, Mr. Sarno, I might run for the school board. But it wasn't about George versus Scott. As a matter of fact, I beat up Dr. Latwis pretty regularly when we were going through reconfiguration, but I made a solemn promise to him that I would, if I was to make it on this board, that I would continue to try to do good things, support you, move forward, advance, and that has been my ultimate goal here, you know, as a board member. And I'd like to think I did a pretty decent job of it. But for everybody that else is up here, especially some of the newer members, when you challenge Mr. Sarno, he tries to silence you. So he took the mic away from me at the dais, but there's still other ways around it. With that being said, I am a man of my word. And I mentioned back in November that I was ready and willing, and albeit I did not want to, because conflict in here is counterproductive to what we need to do as a group. But we are here to hold each other accountable, just like we are to hold the administration and the rest of the school staff accountable. Your actions, unfortunately, fall in the lines of being unethical. And I told you I had more information than you thought I did. All right, it's not body-worn camera footage, I promise you that. All right, with that being said, it was dropped to the office, the ethics office this afternoon. That's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Dorsick. I'm glad you brought it up. Anybody else? All right, seeing none. You already went, Mr. Gold. I can't.
Very quickly, I just got a text notice that we could be getting a very bad,
Snowstorm this weekend.
not only snowstorm, excessively cold.
Yes. Yep. Our team will be absolutely ready for it. I am 100% positive. As I always. I'd like to be back in Florida, like I'm assuming you're heading back to, but.
It's cold in Florida.
I heard. But with that, can I get a motion to close public session?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contananza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 17 on our agenda is Finance Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 9. Can I get a motion to approve those 9, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contananza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 18 on our agenda is Athletics Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 3. Can I get a motion to approve those 3, please?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contananza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Jeannie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 19, sorry. 19 on our agenda. Motions number 1. A motion to approve that one motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 20 on our agenda is Education Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 5. Can I get a motion to approve those 5, please?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 21 on our agenda is Education Committee information. Again, just information for the public to review, nothing for us to vote on. Item 22 on our agenda is Governance Committee motions. We have motions 1 through 4. Can I get a motion to approve those 4?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 23 on our agenda is Personnel Committee motions. Motions 1 through 20. Can I get a motion to approve those 20, please?
So, second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 24 on the agenda is Personnel Committee information. Again, information for the public to review, nothing for us to vote on. And item 25 on the agenda is executive session. Can I get a motion to move into executive to discuss personnel, legal, and HIB reports, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Mr. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We will be back out shortly. All right. I'd like to call this Barnegat Board of Education meeting back to order, please. Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Here.
Ms. Constanza?
Here.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Here.
Ms. Genie?
Here.
Mr. Hearn?
Here.
Mr. Pizarro?
Here.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Here.
Ms. Washburn?
Here.
Mr. Sarno?
Here.
All right, we have a quorum.
All right. Item 27 on our agenda, new business. Motion number 1, can I get a motion to approve the HIB incident report as presented in executive by the superintendent?
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item number 2 under new business.
Motion to approve the transfer of Karen McBee from certified school nurse at BHS to registered nurse at BHS effective February 1st, 2026, at the salary of $56,163, step 16 for the 25-26 school year.
Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item number 3 under new business.
Motion to approve the sidebar as presented for flag football.
Oh, I thought there was more.
Short and sweet.
Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Constanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn,
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro,
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski,
Yes.
and Ms. Washburn,
Yes.
Mr. Sarno.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And item number 4 on the new business.
Motion to approve the resignation of Mr. Raymond J. Barbieri effective March 15th, 2026.
Motion to approve that, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes, and I wish Jim the best in his new position and wish him all the luck, and he'll be missed.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes, and I do echo Ms. Contanza's comments.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Regrettably, yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes, I echo Ms. Continenza and Mr. Fedorzik's comments.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes. He deserves absolutely nothing but the absolute best.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes, and just want to say good luck to Jim.
And Mr. Sarno?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. All right, motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Cherney?
Yes.
Ms. Contanza?
Yes.
Mr. Fedorzik?
Yes.
Ms. Genie?
Yes.
Mr. Hearn?
Yes.
Mr. Pizarro?
Yes.
Ms. Tarnowski?
Yes.
Ms. Washburn?
Yes.
And Mr. Sarno? Motion
Yes.
carried.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.